continue to the next talk session and invite Ms. Yap from FYOT Consulting to begin her talk. Ms. Yap, please welcome. I think you need to open your voice.
Mr. Miss Yap?
Yeah, haven't opened.
Unmute.
Yeah, unmute.
Unmute voice, yeah.
Hello.
Yeah.
Hear me?
Yeah, sure.
All right, sure. Can you all see my screen?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. It was a great pleasure to be invited to come and share with you all about how to improving sales via content marketing. Okay, so a little bit about myself. My name is Megan. I was a ACCA graduate from Sunway College. Currently is the co-founder and the sales and finance director of LIOT Consulting. So LIOT Consulting is actually a company set two years back with my partner. And currently we have a team of 11 together including both of us. So we have served more than 50 over clients over these 2 years. And one of the biggest achievement that we had is to transform a marketing strategy of a 20-year swimming academy from offline to online. And we had helped them to grow into $1 million business within a time span of 2 years. So actually, I was very surprised to see Alan is here because me and him, we are in the same platform, JCI, and currently I'm the local president of one of the chapters this year as well. So today, the topic that I want to cover on is these 3 topics that was given. So one is how does content marketing improve sales? I believe a lot of you have a very great insight of what content marketing is from Alan's sharing just now, and what are the examples of content marketing. Okay, I believe Alan has shared a bit, but I will show you a more real life example, okay, so that you all have more insight about it, because content marketing, there's very wide range. And also I will share about the challenges of content marketing. So before I start on this content, I would like to have a very small request from the audience, which is to be very participative, because the way how I share things to my audience is normally being very participative. I need your participation, otherwise this session might not be going very well. Okay, so how does content marketing actually helps to improve sales? So let me give you a scenario over here. Imagine today all of you wants to buy a smartphone, okay, and you go to a shop. Regardless whether it's a online platform shop or offline platform shop, but today imagine yourself, okay, having wanting to buy a smartphone, because there's a lot of new models coming out in the market currently. I believe all of you will know better than myself. All right, so I want to ask you one question. When you go into this shop, what would you look into first when you want to buy this smartphone? Is it first function, second model, third price, or fourth the brand? Okay, I would like to have you all to comment in the chat box. Okay, if you are looking into functions, type 1. If you're looking into model, type 2. If you're looking into price, type 3. And you're looking into brand, type 4. So I'll give you all 1 minute to comment down below. Okay, I see a lot of people type function, some is price. Okay, most of you are function, very good. Okay, cool. So I believe most of y'all has selected your own option. And if you can see in the chat box itself, every single one of you actually answered differently. Am I right? If yes, nod your head so that I know that you all are listening. Okay, cool. Right? Everyone has a different idea when it comes to purchasing. This is when that we use content marketing to target all these different kind of people. All right, but how can we tackle different kind of target audience? Because sometimes we might come up only one idea for one content, but this content might only target just one person or one group of person. So how can we actually target different kind of target audience before we talk about sales? It's definitely through a strategized content marketing. All right, because today, before we even start to think about content marketing and also sales, we need to know that as a business, what kind of target audience that we want to target. All right, let's say today iPhone is very expensive. So normally for a marketer, if I want to market iPhone, I would definitely market to someone or a family that is rich, more wealthier. Am I right? If you agree that iPhone is a product that is for a more wealthier or someone that have more financial support, please type Y in the comment box. Okay, if iPhone is very expensive and you think that it's not for you to buy, it's for someone who may be able to afford it to buy, please type Y down below. Okay, I saw most of you has already replied. Yes, if you know that today, okay, you want to target this group of audience which they have financial capability. So normally for financial capability people, they are mostly working adults. Am I right? So when we think about content marketing, we have to think about what does this working adults like. That is when that after that we will think about how to make it into sales. So basically for content marketing, we only target for 3 things. The reason why I don't write anything here is I want you all to focus on the pictures and then think out of the box. Today when it comes to content marketing, the first thing, because all of you always scrolls your phone on Facebook and Instagram, and I write, and you always like to comment or like or press double tap to love your picture to show your support to your friends or a product that you like. That is what we call the engagement. Today your content needs to be a magnet to attract audiences that you want, okay, and make them gel with you, have interaction with you. When they comment and they like your post or your page, today that content is something that makes you interact with your audiences. So that is what we call engagement. Second is education. Educate them. Today, just now when I saw you all want to buy a smartphone, a lot of you chooses function. So how do you know about the function of a smartphone if you want to go to a shop? Definitely the company or the brand had already implanted some information to you to understand the product or the service. That is when that we mentioned that content is something that used to educate you. Okay, and lastly, promotions. Just now Alan has given a very classic example about campaigns during festivals, and during festivals definitely sometimes you will see like, okay, Father's Day promotion, Mother's Day promotion, Merdeka promotion. This kind of content, when it comes out, it is for promotions. Okay, it is for promotions. So how can it ultimately turn into sales? Okay, is to get familiarity. When you have different type of content touch base to your audience, they will get familiarized with you. Okay, I would like you all to note down this thing, which is the 7 touch points of marketing. 7 touch points of marketing. When a person want to get familiar with your product, according to research, they will need to at least see you 7 times. Imagine like during Chinese New Year, we have prosperity burger. Okay, the prosperity burger. Imagine how many times that McDonald's keeps on showing up in the billboard, on Facebook, on Instagram, on radio station, on YouTube ads, etc., etc. Why is it come up so many times and in different, sometimes even in different music or even different picture? This is because they want to touch base a lot of time with you so that you can get as much info as you can about this product or this service. And when you go to the shop, okay, let's say you go to McDonald's one day, the first thing come to your mind, maybe sometimes you go there, you wanted to order filet o fish, but somehow when you open your mouth, you say prosperity burger. This in a layman term is called, you use content marketing to brainwash your audience, to trust you, to remember you, and ultimately when they do their decision making, they will think of you. That is how sales comes by. All right. So what are the example of content marketing? There are many types of content marketing in the market. All right. I will narrow it down to social media, since Alan has shared about social media earlier. So I have narrowed down into three different core contents that you are able to share in the social media. All right. First is actually videos. Videos, there are many type of videos. It can be Facebook Live. Recently, you have seen a lot of people doing Facebook Live. Am I right? If you watch Facebook Live and buy stuff, or your family member use Facebook Live to buy vegetables or fish during this MCO period, okay, comment I in the comment box down below. If you have anyone in your family in during this MCO period went to Facebook Live to buy fish, buy grocery, you can comment I in the comment box down below. Okay, you see, Facebook Live is actually one type of content that used to educate you that, hey, buy this fish, I have this promotion, blah, 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 blah. So Facebook Live is actually one type of video marketing. Second, another type of video marketing is, we call it the illustration graphics, where you would hire a designer, an illustration or animation designer, to draw out an illustration video. Normally, this kind of video is used cute animations or even cute context to grab someone's eyeballs, and normally this kind of content will attract people easier when your competitor around you are using something else. This is something that actually is being used by a lot of businesses when they want to stand out from others. So illustration videos. And third is definitely the very traditional videography, where you just go to a place, hire a model, or you yourself be a model, and then start doing video shooting. So there are three types of videos we are talking over here. Later I'll show you some real life example if the time allows. Okay. And second is blog. Today, a lot of people, especially those who are at the age of 40s and above, instead of watching videos, they like to read. It's when that you create contents about blogs. All right, blogs. Let's say today you want to write an article about how to be a great makeup artist. You can write blogs like this to educate people how is the makeup artist life experience is, or how to become a makeup artist for those youngsters who wants to become a makeup artist in the future. They might go through these blogs and etc. to gain knowledge. And secondly, why blog is very important in content marketing, because just now Alan has mentioned about SEO. The keywords in the blog actually is the best way to fully utilize and enhance the number of keywords that you want to use, so that people get very familiar with what you want to share in the future. And third is graphic. Graphic is today just a normal picture. It can be drawn or it can be a photo taken graphic. So let me show you some example. Okay. Just give me a moment. Okay. So today, for example, this is one of our client that we partner up with our business. So this is about SEO. Today, a lot of people do not know what is SEO, do not know what is SEO is. So we create a blog for him. So that during in Google search, when you type SEO, he will slowly being ranked up on the first page for people to know that, hey, this is a trustworthy person. Today, when you do Google search for your research, right? Do you always go to the second page or first page, or you trust more on the information on the first page doing your research? If you trust the first page on the Google search during your research, comment page in the comment box down below. Okay, so I believe most of you trust the first page of the Google search that you search for during your topic research. And I remember during my uni times, I don't even bother go to the second page, because one page already got 10 links. It takes a lot of time for me to read the 10 links, and then I trust what is in the first 10 search that I saw in the first page. This is the reason being that if you are doing very well in your blog content, you will be easily ranked in the first page. And normally how Google rank you organically into the first page is when you have good contents and good engagement with your audiences. So only a trustworthy, or I can say a better blog content, better article contents will be ranked in a Google search. So secondly, just now we talked about videos. So here is a live video that I have actually, yeah, this is a live video that I actually had. I believe someone mentioned they saw my live before. So sometimes you need live like that. This was just a very short live, 1 hour live. 1 hour live, and I have 60 comments during that period. And this 1 hour 60 comments, that means each minute got people asking you questions, you see. So this is a kind of content marketing that you can use to engage, okay, either to engage, to educate, or even to sell your product. So this is live video, okay. You can go to my page at LYOT Consulting Facebook page to have a look at it when you have time. So this is this graphic where you just give a very clear flow of what is it about, what is your content is about. So this is more on the graphic side of it, okay. And you type a bit of small contents here and there. If you are a very insta person, today you need to know about what is hashtag SEO. But because today we are talking about content marketing, I'm not going to touch base too much on that. Even hashtags today helps you in ranking higher in your SEO. And it's very, very important in the content if you are talking about content marketing. Okay, and last but not least, okay, you see cartoon pictures like this, and then when you play, it's a cartoon person walking here and there. Yeah. So this is
Hi everyone, so today we'd like to chat on the topic of brand positioning. You're probably
so this type of cartoony thing is what we call the animation. Okay, the animation video that I mentioned about. Go back to the slide. Okay, right. So far, you guys can catch what I'm sharing. If you can, type "can" in the comment box down below. I'm afraid I'm going too fast. Okay, can. Okay, cool. So now comes to the challenges of content marketing. Just now when I saw a lot of your questions to Ellen, they are very, very good questions because this actually quite concluding what I want to share in the challenges of content marketing. The main challenge, the root challenge of what is in content marketing is running out ideas what to share. That's why even for myself, every single month we don't take more than four clients. We don't take in more than 4 new clients. This is because we are afraid that our team are unable to support the ideas that they want. Because when it comes to ideas, it's not one stone kill many birds. We have to drill down in identifying who are the target audiences. And when you talk about target audiences, it's not just about age group. It sometimes also relates to their behavior. Sometimes also relates to their lifestyle. Sometimes also relates to their language and also the language they use and also the culture they are in. They say today, that's for instance today, if you are selling a, let's say back to a smartphone again. Back to a smartphone again. If you are selling to a 40 to a 50-year-old group of people, they are very capable, they are financially very, very capable. But normally this group of people, imagine your father, mother, do they really come and tell you, hey, this phone very pretty, I want to buy now? Normally, I don't think they are. They look into practicality and also how long it can last, how good the battery is. This is more to a 40-year-old, 50-year-old group. They are rich, they are able to afford, but they just don't want to buy an expensive phone because they look into only practicality. So when it comes to this, you need to drill down that, okay, what kind of content that I can give most value to this age group of people. And when you go and drill down even further, okay, today I want to drill down in this age group of people. Should I type in English or Malay or Chinese or even Tamil or in overseas? Like for myself, we serve clients in Thailand. We can't just type English over there because their culture, they don't really read English. They are more attached to Thai language. So during your copywriting, do you need to take into account this kind of factors? Definitely it is a yes, because we need to understand very, very deeply about what our target audiences want before we share our content. And even after that, okay, we have a request, share your experience with a Thai client. Okay, so this Thai client, all right, this Thai client actually, he is a seminar speaker. Okay, he speaks about Forex. So when I engage with him, he has a very, very specific target audiences that he wants. So first, he wants people who wants to earn more money. And when we talk about earn more money, It's definitely people at the age of in my experience, in my past experience, people who very eager to find for money are people who are very young, energetic, who are at the age of 25 or 40 years old. So when we discuss the idea with him that hey, maybe we can target this age group of people, and he definitely agrees because people that is above 40, because he's in the forex industry. If you are in a very older generation, it may be a bit hard to pick up a new skill because just like for instance for my parents, even when I talk to them about digital marketing, it's very hard for them to even capture the idea what it is because they have lived in the life for so long that they have already perception of certain things. It's very hard to change their perceptions. This is when that we advise our client and hey, let's target a younger age group, 25 to 40, where they are still young, still energetic. They might not be satisfied with their salary. They want to earn more, they want to learn more, and they feel that they need another way to grow their source of income. So when we target this age group of people, 25 to 40, we don't only just use one content to target all of them because the age group of 25 to 30, they see things differently. Like for myself, I'm actually 27 this year. So when we look into things, we look into it where we want more lively content. We don't want a still content because to me, we are a young and energetic group of people. Imagine if your content you post it out, there's only black and white. When I saw it in Facebook or in Instagram, the first thing I will do is just swipe it off because your attention span in looking a post and stop there is less than 0.01. You just scroll very fast and whatever that attracts you the most, you will stop. So we propose to him that okay, for 25 to 30, we use more vibrant colors. Colors also make a very big part. That's why we have animation and graphic. Because colors actually makes a very big part. And what you use within the colors to present it out to others is also very important. So during that period of time, we use the color red because a lot of us, when we see red color things, we will be like, what is this? And then maybe you'll stop and have a break of it. So that is for that age group. So for the 30 to 35 years old, 30 to 35 years old, they are young. They are considered still young, but they are a bit mature. They're a bit mature. So for more mature people, they are more analytical. They are more analytical. They don't just read what you write and then just believe you blindly. They want facts, they want figures. This is when that you can add in things like testimonials. Okay, testimonials, facts of how much people have earned over the past few months after learning from this guru, etc., etc. So for us, when we execute for the 30 to 35 years old, we actually help the client to plan our marketing plan that actually used to educate this age group of people because they are more analytical. They need more facts and figures. So testimonial is very important in this point of view. What kind of testimonial we actually craft out two types of testimonial for him. One type is the video type where we actually go to his students, his past students, and ask him, hey, can you give a testimonial for your guru if you have achieved something? Because if your client is happy about your service, definitely they will give you a good review. It's just like today, all of us, I believe all of us, including you guys, you do buy things on Lazada and Shopee, right? If you are very angry at our product, the first thing you do is to click 1 star to the Lazada. Am I right? If yes, nod your head. If no, shake your head. Yeah, right. You don't like the product. Let's say today you buy the makeup supposed to be pink color. When it comes red color, wow, you'll be very angry, and then you say, wow, this seller not good. You put a 1 star. But if the seller come right, wow, instead of give you one lipstick, you want to buy a red color, you say you one lipstick plus 2 piece of mask. Wow, immediately 5 star, very good. This seller, someone got 2 free masks, blah 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 blah. This is a very norm thing. When you're very happy about your seller or your teacher, you give very good feedback. You really give very good feedback. Same goes to in business. So that's why we asked him to go and collect testimonials, and we compile a video and do a landing page for him so that people go in can see one by one in words or in video. Because some are okay with words, some are okay with video. So we do both for him just to be safe. All right. So and this target audience is some target audience that we focus the most also lah, because his cost fee is not very expensive, not very cheap in Thailand also. So 30 to 35 is someone that we target the most. That's why we give him more effort to analyze and also craft out the whole thing. So for 35 to 40 years old, this group of people, most of them have family. We realize that in Thailand, most of these people want more source of income because they have family, they are struggling with their own salary already. That is when that we use a emotional touch. When we create a content, it's more to like telling them, hey, today, when I after I attended this guru's class, I managed to earn 10,000, and it has actually helped my family to clear off all our debt. But this kind of emotional touch videos actually touch this group of people, because this group of people are normally people who are suffering in serving their loans, serving their loans, and then also to take care of their family. All right. So this with this client, actually we have explored a lot of different options, because when it comes to content marketing, it's not just what content you want to share, but what your audience want to see. And when the only challenge that you will have when you come out, when you want to do a content marketing, is just running out of ideas who you want to target. Okay, because in this context of content marketing, it needs these three main key elements. First is creativity. You must be always be very creative, very creative in how you write, how you do your design, etc. And if you are lack of creativity today, you will be actually slowly be disqualified in the market, because there will be more and more people that is more innovative than you. And people nowadays, especially Gen Z, they are someone that is having very little attention span, and they are the next generation of strong purchasing power. Okay, so if you're lack of creativity today, it's just like, imagine you guys, you yourself scrolling Facebook. There are not many contents that you actually stop and watch it, because to you that it is just not attractive. So creativity is very important. Second is the challenge of having the heart of understanding. You need to understand who your audience are before you want to think about an idea. Third, you need to be in trend, especially in TikTok. Okay, TikTok is it's not next trend, it's actually in trend, just that Malaysia is way slower than any other countries. Because like in Indonesia, in Thailand, in China, TikTok is like the hit already. Just that Malaysia, we are being very slow. But it will rise one day, because it's not rise one day, it's rising now actually, because during this MCO, I'm not so sure about you guys, but I have been playing TikTok every single day. I'm not sure about you guys, but I've been playing TikTok every single day. I've been scrolling TikTok more than YouTube. I used to watch YouTube a lot, but now I'm scrolling TikTok more than YouTube, because YouTube has more attractive thing that catch my eyeball, and they are more in trend. Imagine all those age challenge, 10 years challenge, whatever challenges are in trending. And all this in trending is actually happening in TikTok and Instagram platforms like this. Not even in Facebook. A lot of things in Facebook now also, you Instagram, okay, link to Facebook, okay, share link to it. So we have to tap on correct platforms in providing in-trend contents to catch people's eye eyeballs now. Now content marketing is way different from last time, because last time during offline, as long you have a flyer to them, they see your flyer, you have a very good headline and that's it. But today is more than just headline, how you do copywriting, and also how your graphic design is. All these things has become one package, and that is just a basic tool. You guys, if in future you want to become a marketer, you need to think way beyond than it, because it's all about human touch now and how you gain their attention. Okay, so yeah, that's all from me. And this is my Facebook page, this is my Instagram page. You can take a look and then follow me, because we will be sharing a lot of contents in various ways in educating our audiences. Yeah, so that's all from me. So any questions?
All right, thank you, Ms. Yap. Now we have our short Q&A session in the report. Please wait a while.
Okay, I see a lot of questions coming in. Let me attain to you one by one. So first is from Jing Ai, from group 6. Okay. Is it the higher price or more money invested in content marketing, the higher result will be gained? For this is a yes and a no, because content marketing is different from ads marketing. All right, content marketing is different from ads marketing. Content marketing is mainly used to build trust between yourself and the audience and to your seller. So imagine today, like Nike, Adidas, their content in cinema itself is more than 5 figures, easily 60 to 70,000 just for one video like this. But how many of you actually go back to Adidas or Nike to buy their products? I think it's just when you remember them. So normally content marketing is very used as a brand building and trust building tool. The ROI only comes in when you have sufficient trust to them, and it depends how you plan your marketing strategy. It don't just stop just content and that's it. You need to think about what after this content, what is next? Okay, can I use ads to retarget them? Can I have a call to action to them, etc., etc.? So to this question by Jing Ai is a yes and a no. But normally, based on my experience, if you are a new startup company who wants to do content marketing, to the company will be mainly they will think it as very, very costly. But it's the same like when you and your friend building trust, it takes time to build trust. Same goes to content marketing. If face to face also takes time to build trust, what not in social media? So this is something that you guys can ponder on, right? So I hope I have answered your question, Jing Ai. So another question is from Maggie from group 2. May I know how do you increase content consumption and visibility across your channels and business verticals? Okay. So when it comes to visibility, are you talking about that one particular content itself, or you are talking about your own overall contents? If you want to increase the visibility of your content, normally I would suggest plan your time. Plan your time in when you want to post your contents, because you need to understand the human behavior, what contents they want to read on in different point of time. So when you understand this already, that is what that makes you be able to have more exposure to your audiences. Okay, that is ultimately reach to what you mentioned, which is visibility. and yeah, and across our channels. Okay, so today you have to think about, if you are using digital marketing, for example, you need to think about all platforms as a one ecosystem. One ecosystem. It depends how you want to run your marketing strategy by the end of the day. But if you are running the whole digital marketing channels as one ecosystem, that is when that you will get exposed to different type of audience. Because for instance, LinkedIn, when you post a content, you need to post very professionally, because people who are professions are the ones that is in this particular platform. If you are in TikTok is mainly people who are very, very youthful. Okay, I would say is millennial, Gen Z and millennials, and those even younger than that, because now 7-year-old can also be a TikTok star if you're not known about it. So it all depends on which channels and how you want to utilize it, how you make it into ecosystem, and how you plan out your marketing strategy. Right. So next question from Grace from group 6. How do we measure content's influence and on sales and revenue? Okay. It is very, very similar with what I have answered earlier. It depends how you plan marketing strategy and is your call to action. If your content is for engagement purpose, then it's very hard for you to say that, hey, this sales is from this content. It's very hard, because if your objective of posting this content is just to have more engagement, if you have sales, it's actually a bonus. But if that post itself is a promotion post, you want them to see this post and then you want them to buy, that is when that you very, very need to calculate what would be your ROI, and what is the conversion from your post to reach. Okay, how much you, so it's like post per cost per reach. That means per person you reach, how much you actually spend, and out of this amount of reach that you have, how much actually became your warm lead to come and inquire, and from the inquiry, how it becomes sales. Because if your closing technique is offline, you have a salesman dealing with it. Sometimes it's not a matter of marketing whether it has problem or not. Sometimes it's a salesperson. When the inquiry went there, if the salesperson pick up the call and start scolding you, will your customer buy a product? No. So we have to understand the end-to-end process of the sales process before we can even talk about sales and ROI. I hope this has answered Ree's question on this. Okay. So Colena from group 1, may I know around how much budget I need to prepare if I want to do content marketing for my startup business? Okay. It all depends what is the quality that you want and who do you engage. It can be as cheap as, let's say, because there are many, many components in one copy. There's copywriting, and there is graphics. Okay, so let's say normally per post like this, if you hire a graphic designer that is around your same level, which is a fresh grad. Okay, some of the fresh grads can even charge very expensive on one graphic design, like 100 and 150. And copywriting, you hire your own friend who study mass comm in your uni, master in journalism, and you ask him or her to write a copywriting for you. I might not know how much they will charge you, because in the market it can be as expensive as 500, 600, 700, even thousands. Depend on how good of the person that you are hiring for your startup business. So it all depends how you manage your cash flow when you start a business. This is back on how you want to manage your cash flow and how much budget you want to put, because it varies from one another. Okay. Another question for Fatin Nor Azlina from group 13. I want to ask, what are the most common mistakes brands make with content marketing? This is a very, very good question. Normally, what common mistake that brands make is that they don't show people what their brand is. What do I mean they don't show people what their brand is? Like in a content, Normally in a content, a good and best content is when people look at your post, they already know that is you. That is the best brand content. But if you're looking at a post and you do not know who's this post belong to which brand, then that means you are not doing your brand positioning enough. Okay, when it comes to brand positioning, it has a lot of elements. Brand is not just a logo. Brand also includes a lot of elements like what kind of content you want to share, how you write your content, what is the color that you use for your brand, what is the font that you use for your brand. So if people look at it, people will say know that okay lah, this font, this color, I know is definitely this brand already. Okay, or what kind of audio sound. Like let's say today you heard a sound, immediately in my mind lah, I do not know about you guys, but in my mind definitely I think about Coke, because that's the brand or the audio brand of Coke, which a lot of brands currently in the market, especially SMEs, are not doing this at all. I would say many are not doing this. That's why when people look at them, they are just a normal company. No one actually distinguish them from others. It's not differentiative. Okay, so the common mistake is just brand are not doing brand positioning correctly. They are not showing themselves well to the public to remember them. Okay, so this is the answer that I give for Fatin. And next from Lee Wunshen, group 4. I would like to ask, among the video, blog, and graphic, which one do you think is the most effective to reach the target audiences and generate leads? There's no 100% answer for this question, because like I say, every single audiences adapt to different things. Some likes to read video, some likes to read graphic, and some likes to read blogs. So there is no 100% answer to answer that which is most effective. If you ask me, video marketing is very, very effective in most of the age groups. Most of the age groups. But what kind of video marketing you use? If you are using animation, then it might not attract the older generation if you are targeting an older generation, because they are ones that thinks that these are cartoons. Right? So it depends. It depends what content that you use to target what kind of audience, because there are many kind of audience in the world, and if you have the budget, it's best to use all. But if you really want to cut down costs and drill into one, I would say it's just video marketing, and you can have a cheap production for it if you don't have a budget. Okay, so I hope this answered Winston's question. Okay, next question, Sham from group 4. How does content marketing without talking or promoting our product or service help us as create leads and sales? Okay, without talking or promoting our product or service. So today is all about educating. Okay, educating, and it depends how you frame your call to action. A lot of us today here, including myself, I don't like being hard sell. People nowadays like to hold decision in their own hands. They don't like to be pushed to do something. So if your call to action is buy me now, so to me, I wouldn't look at it. I wouldn't even look at that anymore, because that is too hard sell. Like you're asking me to buy you now, and without me knowing you. So a good content marketing without talking or promoting, I would say it depends how you promote it. There are many elements that you can use to promote your product indirectly. Okay, like you use emotional. Emotional is something that I use most often, because 70% of the population in the world actually very, very emotional. Even for myself, I'm a very emotional person. When I look, it doesn't mean that I don't create content that is rational, because there are still people. If you are targeting some kind of people, they are very, very analytical. This is back to how much you understand about human behavior and consumer behavior. If you want to study that topic, okay. So when it comes to consumer behavior, there are a lot of types of people how they consume. Some is just I want it, I will just buy what I want. I don't want to see what brand it is. I don't want to see the price. Whatever is convenient to me, I will buy. All right. So this kind of people, if you promote things to them, you actually just need to tell them, okay, I am this, I serve this purpose. Then they will just buy you. There's no need brand positioning, whatever is involved. If you're targeting this type of people, there are some type of people who will buy based on facts and figures. When it comes to facts and figures, there are two types of people. There's facts and figures. One will research everything about it. Research everything, top down, left, bottom, what certs you have. So to this kind of very facts person, you need to keep on educating them when you want to promote your product. It's more like education material. And third type of person, they do research, but they research very little. As long as you have a lot of testimonies, they'll think, you are a good product. So for this kind of client, this kind of audiences, you need to provide more testimonies to them. So it depends who you target and how you craft your message. The only thing that is a no now for content marketing is please do not hard sell your client like this product is very, very good. Yeah, you need to buy this because it helps you. This is a very old style. This is for our parents' era. Now this era we don't really look into this. We like to share things more genuinely. Yes, genuine is a very, very good word to use here. Very genuine, very sincere. I sincerely sharing with you this topic. Like how am I sharing with you now? Even though you are not my client, I'm giving you values. Values is very, very important when it comes to promotion. Okay, so now for Bunsat from Group 5, how do you deal with clients that prepare the contents for you but not willing to change the content after your advice? Well, normally this kind of client I just don't take them. I just don't take them because I'm not their marketing department. I'm an entrepreneur. I only advise what based on my experience and based on what I think the best for him. So if they don't take the advice, I just don't take him as my client. I won't force them to change because they definitely have their own perspective on how the marketing should be. Everyone has different perspective on how marketing should be, including today myself and Alan. Even though we are in the same field and we are friends, but we might have different perspective of how marketing really, really is. So yeah, if they don't listen to me, I just don't take them because if I follow his path, humans are like that. When there is an error happen, they will definitely point on someone else, regardless how you explain. So normally I just don't take these kind of clients. Okay. So next question, Ginseng from Group 7. May I know how you search for effective keywords for foreign current with language that we don't know? Now, just have your resources right. I have friends that's based in Thailand. They are Thais who speaks very, very good English. Just seek for their help to help you to analyze it. Be resourceful. Because for myself, I'm more of a strategist. I strategize. But when it comes to language barrier, just find more resources. Get more network outside of your common box. Okay, that's why I'm in the leadership team of this business group called Business Networking International BNI, where I can connect with international business owners. That is how I got my contacts and work with them. Okay. Next is Chua Ki Ming from Group 7. May I know how can I use content marketing to increase brand presence in the most efficient way? It's very similar with what I answered earlier. Get your brand position right and start creating content from it. Just one sentence. Get your brand position right and start creating contents from it. Being education, being emotional, being engagement, being call to action. You need to get your brand position right first before you go into content. Okay. So yeah, I think there's no more questions since you all are going to the next section.
All right. Thank you, Ms. Maegann, for answering the question. Oh, still got one question.
Okay, done. Thank you, Miss Yap, for the interesting talk today. Okay.
I think there's one more question. Do you want me to take it or leave it?
Okay. You can take it. No problem.
Okay. So yeah, this last question, because I know you guys have to rush off to the next thing. So it's for Chiman from Group Health. Okay. I would like to know if for a project that you have done for your client, then if client reject or how would you settle? For example, content need to have model, photographer, but client for this question, it all depends how you manage your client already. This is beyond marketing. Beyond marketing, this is how you manage your client. Normally, if you propose a proposal and your customer don't take it, would you even want to engage with this customer, or you bow down to them and say, okay, I follow what you want? Because if you follow what they want, that means you are not a strategy. You are not a strategy partner for them. You are more an executor. So if you are being an executor, then yeah, you can take this client. But if you are being a strategist, like for myself, I'm a digital strategist, then I won't take this client if they are not taking. Once they engage, is definitely something that I propose interests them and they come into a consent. Yeah, so that is how you actually deal with your client. Yeah. So that's all from me. And great to see you guys here. You may continue your session and back to the moderator.
Yeah, thank
Okay,
you.
thank